is time for the European preview show. What way did that come out? I don't know, but Rangers are out as well, and we're looking at the Champions League here as the dog takes a drink. But I mean, I just don't really, I don't even know why we're looking at this. There's been a lot of hype on the Czech Republican teams. Oh, we need them to do bad. They're not going to do bad. As for Kiev Salzburg, which will be the only game I'll predict here, I'm on the Salzburg. I'll go 2-0 Salzburg. Brilliant. Right, into the Europa League. Europa League. Europa Nights. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, let's have a wee cheeky look at it. So, you've got Dynamo Minsk, Anderlecht, some Polish team against Ajax, Ludogorets against Petrol Lugano against Besiktas, got Lask against FCSB, RFS taking on Epul, Maccabi Tel Aviv against TSC, PAC against Shamrock Rovers, Ferencváros against Borac Banja Luka, Molda against Elfsborg, and Braga against Rapid Vienna, with the final game, Victoria Pleasant against Hearts. This is going to be a fun one to predict. So obviously, you know the score. We do the British and Irish teams, and also, we kind of do the games that are involved. Could involve a future team or not, because obviously Salzburg, that's the playoff round. But anyway, PAC against Shamrock Rovers. PAC are a very good team. Aberdeen and Hearts had a little bit of success, but then got pumped in other games. So, yeah, Shamrock Rovers will not care. This is a free hit for them. They are guaranteed group stage football in the Conference League. So, it's party time down in Dublin for Shamrock Rovers. I am going to go with a... going to go 4-0 PAC. They're different gravy to the Shamrock gravy is pretty much the gist of this. And then that brings us to our next game, Victoria Pleasant against Hearts. Well, if you told Hearts you're going to get Victoria Pleasant before a ball was kicked this season in the playoff round, they probably would have went, yeah, tough, but definitely winnable. I would say it's pretty much unwinnable now. Hearts are just doing a hole. Their pants, the only game they looked alright in is a 0-0 draw against Rangers. And I think that speaks volumes about both teams. But Hearts, we need coefficient points. They've got 2 bites at the cherry. They're guaranteed Conference League. That is the saving grace for them. But what are they going to be able to do in this playoff round? I am going to predict absolutely hee-haw. I'm going to go for Victoria Pleasant 3, Hearts 0. Honestly, I just see pretty much no hope here for Hearts. I don't see how they even get... I don't even see how they sneak like a narrow defeat. They're just pish. They've been pish. Falkirk, Dundee, etc., etc. It will continue. It will continue here. They're just not very good at the minute, Hearts. And, this isn't just a start of the season thing. This is a couple of months thing, pre-season, which I know people don't really want to factor in, but, the teams that were shite in pre-season, right, have not really delivered. The teams that were decent in pre-season have been alright this season. So, I think you do need to take it with a pinch of salt, but end of the day, it needs a bit of seasoning, and we're going 3-0 Victoria Pleasant. Damn hiccups, man, you've died there, holy moly. Into the Conference League. Europa Nights. Conference League Nights. Lincoln Red Imps against Larne. The boys from Larne. Very winnable tie against the Gibraltar side. They did beat Celtic, many moons ago, but, to become the first ever Northern Irish team to get into the group stage, you couldn't really have asked for a much easier playoff round. Larne have done the business. They have defeated Balkini. They have earned their spot here. So it's about time we've seen a team representative from Northern Ireland in here. But for the away tie, I'm going to go 1-1. Lincoln Red Imps have done no bad against better opposition than Larne, such as Dynamo Minsk. So I was going to say long may it continue. Hopefully Larne get in. It'd be fun to see. Gives us more teams to talk about in the group stage review shows and preview shows at the end of the day. Then we've got Panafaces taking on the New Saints. Again, I'll echo exactly what I said for Larne. It would be the first ever Welsh team in the group stages, league stages, whatever you want to call it. It would be massive. but the Lithuanian champions are back better than the Gibraltar champions. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Panas here. Sorry, New Saints, but you're some kind of wonderful, na na na, yeah. Up next, Copenhagen against Kilmarnock. Kilmarnock's domestic form has been absolutely abysmal, but their European form's been pretty good. You know, a narrow defeat across 2 legs against Circle Bruges is nothing to be embarrassed about. Then beating Tromso 3-2 in aggregate is a very decent result. But Copenhagen, will it be a step too far? It will be in the first leg. I'm going to go 1-0 Copenhagen. Copenhagen, you know, they did struggle against a Czech Republican team. Killie, it'll be a good away day for them. They'll just hope it's alive for the away tie. You know, if it's any more than 2-0 or like 3-1, a 2-goal deficit, it's all over. If they can keep it relatively low, they've got all the chance in the world going back to Rugby Park. You know, it's a different format from what the previous games have been because, you know, sometimes it's been a case of, Killie's been at home the first 2 games, but now they're away at first. So keep it in sight, guys, and you might get it through. Then, what is the other game that we're previewing here? We've actually got 2 games to preview. We've got St Patrick's Athletic taking on Istanbul Basaksehir. Massive step up for St Pat's. I mean, they've earned a decent bit of money getting to the playoff. It's further than anyone really expected them to go. But they're going to get scudded here. I'm going to go 5-0. It is what it is. Then we've got Chelsea. Chelsea, the first English team that we've talked about here in the preview show. They are taking on Servette. Rangers knocked out Servette in Champions League qualifying last year. So if Chelsea can't beat them, well, I mean, I say if Chelsea can't beat them, right? Chelsea are an absolute mess right now. In terms of world football, Chelsea's probably one of the few clubs that are in a worse state than Rangers. Yes, they've got unlimited money, but look at the state of their team, man. Chelsea is Exhibit A of like a 3am career mode save. You just, what's going on? It's a mess, right? That's what it is down at Chelsea. They'll win probably comfortably. I'll go 3-1. But yeah, I mean, honestly, some Chelsea fans would probably rather go it in this group stage. But they've got that big a squad, it's almost like, you know what? European football of a jobber level, i.e. Conference League for English clubs, is probably good for them. You know, there is no excuse for Chelsea just not to just play the youngsters when they get in this Europa League. When you look at the cold heart and day of the facts. But that is it, guys, for the preview show. You know, we've pretty much predicted every team to get beat apart from Chelsea and Larne. But, yeah. Hopefully this week can be good. Hopefully Kilmarnock and Hearts can pull something at the bag. But I feel like if they're going to pull anything at the bag, it'll be next week's set of fixtures when they're at home. But anyway, your thoughts down below and peace.